The Signal Builder is a very intuitive and innovative tool in TradersYard X. With the Signal Builder, you can realize nearly all your trading signal ideas, with a very easy drag and drop mechanism. To open the Signal Builder, open Strategies, Signal Builder. The signals you create here can be used for real-time scanning over many thousands of instruments simultaneously. That means, you have a very powerful signal editor here, where you can easily create your own signals, and afterward scan for exactly those signals. This is the Signal Builder, and you see a bunch of settings here. I will go with you over each of those settings. In my example, I want to create a signal that generates a long signal if the market crosses above the SMA 200. In a first step, I fill in the name of my signal I want to use, which should be SMA 200 crossover. In this dropdown, I can choose if I want to create a long or a short entry signal. I want a long signal, so I choose long. In the description field, I can add additional information about my signal, and I can assign my signal to a category here. In the middle column of the Signal Builder, the first setting is the ranking drop-down menu. With the ranking, you can choose which of your signals should have the highest priority in the scanner. The signal with the highest priority will appear on top in your scanner columns. I activate the entry checkbox, as I want my signal to be used as an entry signal. The exit checkbox should be checked if you want to use your signal as an exit signal for a running trade. If you choose none, then your signal cannot be used as entry or exit. This is useful if you want to use a signal only as a building block for another signal. When I activate the checkbox arrow, each time the signal appears, an arrow will appear in your charts. You also can select the arrow color here. Additionally, you can select which size those arrows should have in your charts. If you activate the checkbox bar, you can select an outline color, which will be applied to those candles where the signal occurs. With the checkbox text, you can choose if you want to see a text box with the name of the signal appear in your chart if a signal occurs. And with the scanner color, you can choose in which color your signal should be displayed in the scanner. Let us now create our entry signal. So, I want to create an entry signal if the price of an instrument is crossing above the SMA 200 with its close price. You can choose between many different components for your signal. You can use data series, like open, high, low, close and more. I need the close data series for my signal, as I want my signal to work based on close prices. Here you have a list of all indicators of TradersYard X. I will look for the SMA indicator and add it to my signal. You also have a list of existing signals, cumulative indexes, and additional components here, which you can use in your signals. I will now set the period for my SMA to 200. In the logical operator dropdown, I select CRA, which stands for cross above. I want the close prices on the left side of the equation to cross above the SMA, which is placed on the right side of the equation. To generate a signal, by default, the equation of each line you put into the Signal Builder must be true. That means, you can add as many lines to your signal as you want. You also can use advanced tools, like a simple calculation, and advanced calculation. With those tools, you have additional input fields, where you can add calculations again, to calculate more complex results. Also, you can enable the advanced mode here. If you do that, you can organize your signal by adding brackets to each line of your equations. Brackets can be important if you have multiple lines in your signal code. You can connect each of the lines of your code with a logical operator. You can choose OR, AND, or XOR. As an example, if you connect two of your lines with an OR connection, only one of the two lines needs to be true in order to generate a valid signal. More information on these line connectors you can find in the TradersYard X docs. If you are happy with your signal, click on OK. TradersYard X is now generating real code for you in the background. If we now go to the Apple chart, the first thing I will do is to change the period of one moving average to 200 so we can see if our signal is showing correct entries. Next, I open the indicator window, open the signal list, and search for our created signal in the No Category list. I add our SMA200 crossover to my chart and click OK. And as you can see, we get two signals shown in the chart. The signal is loaded as a new indicator panel, so you have an additional graphical display of it. The signal shows a value of 0, if no signal occurs. If a signal is detected, the value of the signal line spikes to 1, as you can see here. At this bar, the close price crosses above the blue line, which is the SMA200. In addition, we get a green arrow, and a text box with the signal name displayed in the chart, when the signal appears. In the last step, I show you how to add your signal to your scanner, so you can have multiple instruments scan for an active entry signal. With a right click into the scanner, you can open the menu, and choose, Edit Columns. In this window, I add my SMA200 crossover signal as a new column. I confirm with OK and a new column is added to my scanner. For those instruments, where an active signal occurs, the cell color changes to pink, and the cell value shows 1.